I heard a rumor that the owner was going to tear this old adobe down and put up a double wide. So I found him and I asked to buy the property and I bought it.
Jim Gherkin knew he was buying a piece of history.
So these are all original finishes on the interior.
He didn't realize at the time how historic this building was.
In 1851, the settlers came up from New Mexico and founded San Luis, Colorado, and then Fort Garland, and then further up, this place.
This place is a large sheep ranch started by the Montoya family about the same time the Mexican-American War was ending.
The people who lived in this area went from Spanish rule to Mexican citizens to American citizens, all in a period less than 30 years. And so the Montoya Ranch really is located at the heart of a cultural crossroads and a historic landscape that is significant to Colorado, to the American West, to the nation.
Settled along the banks of the Huerfano River around 1860, the Montoya Sheep Ranch was just one of many successful enterprises to operate here.
And I think these walls talk sometimes about how prosperous some years were with the sheep and the fruit and the crops.
But the significance of this house is more than cultural. The most unique part of its story lies beneath.
Very rarely, if ever, was an adobe built with a fully excavated basement. It's considered maybe the only one of its kind in the United States. And this was all excavated out before construction began. And all this dirt would have been used to make the adobe bricks.
A fully excavated adobe basement. Historians couldn't believe it.
Believe me, I had to send photo documentation to people to prove this is what we had here.
If you notice, there are bars on that window, and there are accounts of this room in the basement being a jail.
It's believed the structure started out as just a below-grade dwelling.
There was a lot of Native American activity in the area, so we believe they wanted a defensible below-ground space.
There's a grain chute coming into the basement. They would have poured their grain down here.
The above-grade portion was a later addition.
And then the vigas that hold up the roof.
The building changed as the years progressed and ownership changed.
And then about 1910, 1911, they sold it to the Ferris family, immigrants from Lebanon, who were also in the sheep business.
They punched some windows and added on the pitched roof that we see now and gave it European architectural features.
They also saw other possibilities for making a little money by opening a store, for example.
For as many cultures as the building may have brought together, its walls are now falling apart.
It's crumbling, and the sunlight and the rain and the wind are coming in, and it's the worst enemy there is for an adobe. It is possible that if this wall fails, the entire structure could collapse.
The highest priority is to repair the roof to keep water from getting into the adobe bricks. Then the hope is to rebuild the deteriorating walls by recycling the bricks.
Might not be the same adobe wall, but we're using the same materials.
Jim Gherkin is hopeful for the future of this building.
I envision having graduate students come here and do graduate work in Southwest Studies.
As Jim stirs the fire to heat the home, he hopes also to stir the fires of restoration.
I think someone who's studying history that could come here for a summer and walk inside and almost feel as though it was 1860 again.